I forgot to talk about all of the books I read in March. Yeah, in March. So I'm going to do that now. It's literally the last day of March, so there will be no more books that I will be finishing, so I can talk about it. So the first book I finished was Taking Charge of Your Fertility. I already talked about this a great deal, and like I said, I will be talking about this in another video, so I'm not going to like do it right now. But 5 stars, so good. I think every woman should read it. It's very helpful. It looks huge, but honestly, like, most of the stuff in the back is like just extra stuff. It's not really as big as it seems. And then also, like, you can skip through what you need, because some of the stuff obviously you might not need if you're not in that season of life. Like the menopause stuff I kind of just glanced over, because like I'm not in menopause. I'm nowhere near close to being in menopause, so I just skipped over that stuff. So like, you obviously don't have to read the whole entire book, but I do highly encourage it. I think it's great. Then I read A Time to Rise. I did enjoy this book, but not as much as I was hoping to. I have loved the Time to Die series, I think. Oh, Out of Time series. The first book I gave it 4 stars. It was kind of slow at the beginning, but then I just got so hooked, especially at the end. And then book 2 was literally one of my favorite books ever. Like, one of my favorite books of last year, and like just one of my favorite books ever. I loved it so much, and could not wait to get to book 3. It has such great faith themes and just those kind of themes in general. Then book 3 came, and I feel like this book maybe could be seen as political, and maybe that's why I didn't like it as much, just because I am not a plot girly. It honestly just goes over my head, and I just don't really get into politics or anything like that. I feel like the politics in this book are good and like needed for people to read, but like me, I just don't understand it. It goes over my head, and I'm just not a big fan of it. Also, it was very slow, like so slow, so boring, honestly, and it was really hard to get through. I had to like force myself plenty of times to just get through it. And I mean, I did tab as I went, and there were some great things in it. Like the couple, they're so cute. I love it. And then some great faith themes, but for the most part, I mean, I just didn't really care for it that much. I feel like it was kind of a letdown to the series as a whole, since I did like it so much. I ended up giving it 3 stars, so that isn't horrible. Like, I still did like it. The series as a whole, I'd probably give like a 4 star. I loved it, but like this book kind of did ruin it for me at the same time. But I still would recommend it to people, especially if you like dystopian and you want a Christian version. I think this is great, and like, I know other people who have loved it. I don't know if maybe I just read it at the wrong time. It has been a long time since I read the first and second book, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. Like, I feel like it just wasn't for me personally. I feel like it's a great book for others. But yeah, 3 stars for me. And then I did start a lot of other books. Those are the only 2 books that I actually finished, but I did start some other books. I started a book called Remarkably Bright Creatures or something like that. It's a very popular book, I think, and I started reading it, and I just wasn't caring for it much, so I honestly DNF'd it. It's kind of like a soft DNF. I might go back to it. It's just, I have such limited time right now, and I'm really picky about what I read, and so if I don't like it, I'm gonna DNF it. And I've honestly had a few books like that. Like, some of them I've only read a few sentences, and then I DNF'd it. There's one book that I've been reading for honestly kind of like a while. This book, Wild for the Night, I got this for free. Like, an author sent it to me. I won a giveaway, I think. And I got like 60 pages in, maybe. Oh, 74 pages in. My bookmark's still in here. I just have not cared for this book. I feel like I used to be a huge romance fan, and now I'm not. Like, I just don't care for it. And so I just DNF'd it. I don't know if I'll go back to it. I honestly don't think that I will, but who knows. In this season of life, with me being so busy, I just want to read stuff that brings me joy and that I enjoy reading. I can get through it quickly, and this is not it for me, so I am going to stop reading this. There were a few DNFs this month, and then there was a book that I was reading, and this is so upsetting to me. I was reading this book. I had it on Kindle, and it wasn't due to for a few more days. I was loving it so much. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I'll definitely have it on the screen. It's by Courtney Walsh. It's like not her newest release, but one of the newer releases. I just can't remember the title, but I was loving it so much. It's like a theater girly, but her life's not going the way that she expected it to go. I was loving it so much, but I couldn't get the book for some reason. Like, I was in the middle of reading it, and I went to read it one day, and they were saying access denied something. You have to undownload it and then download it back or something like that. So I tried to undownload it, but I think I clicked the wrong button because there's like a few different options. I ended up removing it from the library, which means I completely got rid of it. I like gave it back to the library basically because I was borrowing it. I gave it back and completely lost it. Like there was no way to get it back. It isn't like where you can just borrow it. You got to get put on a holds list. And so I literally had it right in my hands, could have finished it, and now I have to wait in line for 33 other people to read it first. I'm so disappointed because I was loving it so much and I would have had 3 books read this month, but sadly that can't happen. Anyway, it's okay. I'll probably just read it whenever I get off the holds list and I finally get my turn again. But that is so disappointing to me, and it's honestly, it's hilarious, but also really frustrating. So those are the books. I don't think I'm currently in the middle of any other books. I never really start books at the end of the month because I like to finish them right at the cutoff and then like start right at the start of a month. I probably will start some books today though, or at least a book today. I don't know. I was going to start The Book Thief yesterday. I have like a few books that I really want to read, but I'm such a mood reader and I don't know if I'm in a reading slump or what, but just nothing really sounds good to me. Lately, I just love my little nonfiction books. I'm not really in the fan to read like a fictional story. I'm not sure why. I'm just loving like learning, especially like my fertility. So I'll probably read another fertility book this month along with my Christian nonfiction. I didn't end up reading a Christian nonfiction last month in the month of March, but that's okay because I did read a nonfiction. I feel like I'm just not in the mood to read a fiction book or even like a historical fiction that's based off of true events or whatever. I just haven't been in the mood for a story like that. So I'm not sure, because then I also have this book. This is by Haley Pham. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and I love her husband, Ryan Trahan. Like, his channel is my favorite. I've literally been watching both of them for so long. I've been watching Haley since they got together because I started watching Ryan, and then Haley was in one of his videos, and that's when I started watching Haley. Before she even became like a reader girl, I was watching her. And now I love her even more that she's like always talking about books and stuff. But anyway, I did pre-order for her book and I got it, and I haven't read it yet. And this book has a lot of mixed reviews, so I'm really excited to read it. But like I said, I'm just not really in the mood for those fictional stories. So this book will probably wait another month unless I really get excited to read it this month. I don't know. But like I said, I'm just not in the fiction mood right now, so I don't know if I'll get to that. Plus it seems very summery, so I might just wait for actual warm weather in summertime. At this point, I will share some of the other fertility books that I got because I forgot to do that. So we have Taking Charge of Your Fertility, which I read and loved, and then I have my devotional book. Another book that I got is The Impatient Woman's Guide to Getting Pregnant. This, I don't know if it's really a nonfiction. I'm sure it is, but it's like very humorous and very funny. And so I'm excited to read this. This is probably the next one that I'll read because it's a little bit more lighthearted and funny, but I think it'll still maybe be helpful. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to read this. So I got that one as well. And then I got It Starts With an Egg, which this is a very popular one as well. It's probably super similar to this book, I'd assume. This talks about tracking your cycles. I think this is how to be like healthier so that your cycles regulate and so that your hormones regulate, and just to help you get pregnant in that regard. So I am excited to read this. I'd love to get to it this month. I just can't read that fast. I haven't been able to read that many books. I feel like my TBR is pretty big this month, like very ambitious, and maybe it could happen if I only stuck to nonfiction. Sometimes I read those fiction books and they take me forever to get through, and so I don't read. And I'm basically reading at like just a one book at a time speed right now. So if I only do nonfictions, I could probably get them all done. The problem is I'm working on a bookworm and the colors are based on genre, and so I don't want it to be a whole bunch of one color. I feel like it'll look probably stupid, but maybe I should just not care about that and just care about reading. Alright, and then the last fertility book I got is like this this Chinese science book. I'm not really sure, but I heard great things about it. The Infertility Cure, and this has like a lot of like what's it called, natural ways to get pregnant, like natural ways to improve fertility and things. So I also have this is like the one I'm looking forward to reading the least, I feel like, but I also still think it'll be great. So I want to read all of these books. Obviously I got them, so I need to read them. Thankfully I did get them like secondhand and very cheap. I still do want to read them, obviously. So those are kind of like all of my TBR for the month of April. probably won't get to all of them, but it's at least a start. And then for Christian nonfiction, which I am hoping to do that this month, I have these little books, and I can't find the first one right now because I was going to start it yesterday and then I didn't, so I put it somewhere, probably in the car or in my purse or something. But they are called Victim or Victorious by Wendy Burks. She has a program, or her husband has a program maybe, for people who are dealing with addiction, and they came to my parents' church because my parents are doing the program now. And so I bought all of her books, and so I need to read them. But this series specifically, my mom has recommended to me. She's had them for forever and I've never read them, so I need to. There are 3 books. I have the first one somewhere, and so I hope to read these this month. That's probably going to be my nonfiction. I don't know about another book. I honestly I'm not feeling like led towards a specific subject as I have been the last few months, wanting to read like marriage book and then a fertility book. This month I just want to maybe just read this is like a woman's book, I think. And then I also have another book by her that's like for who wants to be a Proverbs 31 woman. I don't remember the name of it, but it's about that. So I might read that book as well. As I said, I'm very ambitious. I probably won't read all of those, but those are just some ideas of what I'm thinking of.